at the Inner Wealth YouTube channel, and thank you guys for tuning in again and again, week after week, day after day, and video after video. It means the world to me that you guys are putting in the work. All this information is out here, not for myself to keep, but I want you guys to know that this information isn't even mine, right? Like, it has no owner. Information has no ownership, right? It's just a way of transferring a state of vibration over to you guys, right? Lessons, lectures. That's why it's so important to tune in to all the videos. That's why it's so important to like start in the beginning. That's why I put out a course. That's why I put in, day after day, we put in videos of trading, of breaking trades down. It's very important that you guys go through those videos, okay? So if you haven't already, be sure to check out the playlist. I believe it's called Market Mentorship. Okay, Technical Tuesdays are also going to come on board, guys. Again, I highly encourage you to make sure that you're watching every single video, because in every single video there's little talks like this that have just gems in it, right? We don't just stop at the charts, like we go so much deeper than that. All right, so for all of you who have been following me, okay, you guys know we've been following Dow Jones, but first we're going to dive into the DXY. So DXY, we were looking at these levels for the lows to potentially get tapped, and we indeed came back down all the way to this area and have now shown signs of accumulation. But we did indeed come back down for January's low, which is awesome. So after we took out the highs, January's high right here, we came back for January's low, or February's low. February's low, right? So we have now taken out February's low. When throughout the week I was personally targeting all those lows, even including my targets for this week was including this low. Again, that same level, because previous areas of support can be newfound support, right? Like previous areas that have been just like the imbalances, how we play imbalances that even though they've already been played out or traded through, it's the same thing with strong liquidity levels. They can be used or targeted multiple times. Okay, so as you guys can see here, we did come down to all those shorts. We took out all the 3 targets that we were looking at earlier this week. And of course, if you've been following, you know that we were shorting from this area on Monday. And, I was looking at some longs on Friday. But before that, we had the shorts on Thursday. So let's go through that. Well, we were targeting the shorts down on Thursday. Let's see what we did on Dow Jones on Thursday. Okay, so same thing with Dow Jones. Before this whole thing started here, this has been a very clear objective for me for a really long time. Okay, we did indeed hit that level, beautiful level to hit. We rejected out of that area very nicely as well on Friday, but we targeted that area very strongly on Thursday from a previous daily low sweep after we had already taken out the high, right? We came into that previous area of distribution, and then we rejected down, right? Didn't come for any liquidity other than that same bearish day was the liquidity buildup. Okay, if you guys can't see here, was the liquidity buildup. Like, this is all the liquidity buildup that bearish day, and then we run for the high one more time into this imbalance and fill it up. So the way we came in, and a lot of people were like, oh, how can you, and let me erase some of the stuff. They were like, how can you bash, how can you target the highs when there's so many equal lows and the highs have already been taken? Because we're still super bullish. Like, you got to look at it this way. After we took out this high, if we were gonna stop or turn around, it would have happened after this sweep of liquidity, but it didn't, right? Like, it didn't. We didn't stop there. Okay, price action continue to push to the upside. Okay, as you guys can see here, we continue to push to the upside despite, right? Despite having already ran the highs and came into a previous area of distribution. That tells me that market still has some more targets to the upside to take, right? I didn't know right away. It's not like I knew exactly the exact points right away. Absolutely not. These are things that just come with practice, that come with showing up every single day, right? Not trading every day, but showing up every day. Okay, so we come down into this previous area of accumulation on a daily, sweep that previous daily low, which was really like my my liquidity level. And remember what I was telling you guys, remember, even though we have, yes, I do see all this liquidity down here, but this isn't like the number one objective, right? This is what you guys have to realize. Like all of these lows, they are very much acknowledged, but it can potentially mean there it is some future targets for very far months or weeks ahead. Maybe it happens this week, but it's just, you can't, just because you see liquidity doesn't mean that price just automatically has to be pulled in that direction. No. It's about following price and anticipating what areas price can get a reaction from. Okay, not saying price is gonna do this and this and that because you draw your magic lines and boxes, right? Like, it doesn't work like that. It's about what price is doing now. Okay, excuse me. What price is doing now. Okay, and what it's showing you in regards to structure. So when we swept previous daily low, this slammed down pretty hard during CPI. Okay, created that insufficiency and everything, but then we took out the previous daily low and created this like up push here. And so this is kind of where my bullish bias came from that day. We pushed down previous daily low. Okay, we leave a nice unmitigated area. Guys, the only time that you will ever see me play Asian lows or Asian price action is given these current circumstances, being super bullish and then super bearish on the dollar. Remember, super bearish on the dollar on Thursday, targeting all those lows, right? And super bullish on the US 30, because even after we took out liquidity, we continued moving to the upside. As you guys can see here, this is the high that took out that liquidity. This high right here took out that previous high, right? Okay, took out that major liquidity, and look what happened the very next session. Okay, we just start running up right away. That tells you right there, okay, we're not done going up. And so because this level failed to hit any liquidity to the left, my understanding is that we can still go higher. And so you look for liquidity up there and like, okay, clearly there's a previous weekly high there, right? Previous daily low sweep. Okay, you have this area accumulating into that area here. You acknowledge your areas of support, which is that previous daily low sweep, right? We came into a bullish order block here. And so for me, what it was the sweep of the previous 1 hour low. So an intraday liquidity sweep. Okay, nice intraday liquidity sweep there. It was the sweep of the previous 1 hour low. Okay, and the opening, of course, being so close to it, and this unmitigated area. My first entry was this way. First target was the immediate 1 hour high. Was that high right there? It's a nice 1 to 9, almost 1.9 to 9.5, and our overall target that we were mentioning, right? Okay, so that's the trade that I personally took on Thursday. It was a beautiful trade, but that's really not where I ended everything. After this, right around the open, or I should say, at the open, I did go long here, okay, and I did get stopped out. My stop loss was below the low that swept this liquidity. So hey, like, I do get stopped out. I just hope you guys know that. I sometimes forget to mention it, but yeah, I got stopped out right there. Not with this wick, but when we came down, swept that previous 1 hour low, and I was like, okay, this is it right here. I get stopped out one time, but it's all right. Like, I don't get fearful. I don't invalidate the setup. I don't talk shit on myself. I don't talk down on myself ever. I reassess and reanalyze and continue. Okay, and so we take out the low, we take out some more liquidity, and after I went in on the 15 on the 1 hour, once we got in there in my area, you could say, let me take this off. Okay, we accumulated here on the 15 second, had this imbalance here, and that's how I took the second one. So I did have 2 entries here. This one was, of course, a lot tighter. I did have 2 entries there, but overall we went really nicely for a 1 to 6. And my re-entries on the smaller time frames, this is how I manage them. I go for the first immediate target, and that's it. Like, I don't go anywhere beyond that. First immediate target, and that's it. Which would have been, of course, this high right here. Or 1 second. That's at the wrong high. For some odd reason. Right there. Right there, that's where that was. So let's go down to the 15 minute, and you guys can see that we ran right up for those highs. Beautiful price action. Again, I didn't know that I was going to take out this high. This was a very strong high, but we ran for it, and all you gotta do is just plan. Like, I just traded my plan. That's all it did. Like, that's what I want you guys to realize, is there's no single individual working from emotional thinking, emotional responses, and being profitable consistently, at least, right? Maybe boom and busting, but consistent. There's no consistently profitable trader, okay, that I personally know, that is not journaling their emotions, not journaling their entries, right? And there's no professional trader that I'm aware of, okay, that isn't guided by a plan. That's the number one key. Is like, most people don't follow their plan because they don't understand the process. The process is learning how to fail. The process is being guided through your failures to build an impeccable trading plan that suits you, the trader, right? The individual that's pushing the buttons, okay? That's going to help you suit you, because every single trading plan is different and it's personalized to you. What works for me won't work for the next guy, and what works for the next guy won't guarantee future results for the previous guy, for the other guys, right? Like, it doesn't work that way. In trading, you learn through own personal failures. Maybe you learn from other people. Myself personally, I learned through own personal failures. A lot of people told me about trading plans. I never listened until I actually got sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? It gets to a point where you get sick and tired of yourself, right? And that's when you start applying yourself systematically. You implicate a system, right? A system that works best for you, a time, a place, right? And you start putting parameters. What are your parameters? What is your pain threshold? What is your risk threshold, right? What is your reward threshold? before you get too excited, because as you know, fear and excitement fall under the same emotion, fall under the same level of brain reaction, right? Brain activity. So if you get too fearful, you may make some irrational decisions. If you become too indulged in excitement, you will make some irrational decisions. It's about finding that balance for yourself, and that all comes with a plan. Following and executing on your plan, regardless of it proving to be profitable or not, it's about proving it to become profitable. Because at first, no one's plan is tip top. No one's. It's about proving it to become profitable, right? And proving means either correcting, improving, deducting, right? It means a lot. It's a continuous development of yourself and your plan. That's the beautiful part. And so that's honestly all I really wanted to talk about, besides the fact that, hey, on Friday we had a beautiful short after we took out that major high, that weekly high, and we took out that previous daily high. I mean, you guys see it right here. 1 hour, 30 minute, lower low, lower high. It's just beautiful right there. Even if you just took it right off that daily liquidity sweep level with that unmitigated order block, right? Like, oh man, price action is just beautiful. Even if you're just looking at this whole range from the low that swept the previous daily low to the high that swept the previous daily high, even if you're just aiming for 50%, boom, look at that range, 30 minute. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. It's just, I want to keep things simple. I want you guys to realize, like, this stuff is simple. It's not easy, but it's very, very simple. And all of you have the capabilities to achieve this, to achieve an understanding of it, a better understanding than you did yesterday. You are all capable of outperforming the you from yesterday. Okay? All right, guys, but have an amazing rest of your weekend. Have an amazing day, week, night, wherever it is that you're at, whenever it is that you're tuning in from. Appreciate you guys' time, love, energy, and space. I want to see more of you guys in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this video, what you guys like about this video, what you guys would like to see more of. And again, #spring forward. Take care, guys. Peace.